Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, make some noise for Nathapat Sit Chan Singh!
Broken glass on the floor, knuckles bleed, can't ignore. Screams echo through the night, no justice.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, give it up for Jirakit! Jaruratanachai!
Snap fist fly under streetlight glow. Knuckles cracks like beads. In this cage we grow. Concrete echoes loud in the night's dark frown.
Our first bout is in the minimum weight division. It will be contested over 6 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, your fighter out of the blue corner, wearing the black, red, and light blue trunks, with a professional fight record of 3 fights, 1 victory, 2 defeats, no draws, representing Thailand! Give it up for Nathapat Sit Chan Singh! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing the gold trunks with the blue trim, with a perfect fight record of 4 fights, 4 victories, no defeats, no bouts even. Also representing Thailand! Make some noise for Jirakit! Jaruratanachai! Your judges ringside, Pipat Sisane, Jaruratanachai, and Carlos Costa. Your referee in charge of the action is Jaruratanachai Kao.
Okay, here we are, folks. We are back for the next installment of FCC Pattaya, Thailand, brought to you by FCC Promotions and Highland International Boxing Promotions. My name is Jimmy, and we have got 12 fights scheduled. The first fight this evening will be Thailand taking on Thailand in a light flyweight fight scheduled for 6 rounds. Jirakit in the gold and blue, and Nathapat in the red and black. Originally, we had another fighter supposed to face Jirakit. However, he was unable to make it to this fight, so Nathapat has just jumped in on, I'm pretty sure, 24 hours notice. So here we go, round number 1, and already Jirakit starting with a very, very strong jab. Some nice, accurate jabs already. Both fighters circling each other in the ring. But Jirakit really looking determined to put Nathapat away in the first round. Speaking with Jirakit after his previous fight, he was not impressed with his performance, so I think he wants to prove something here. But Nathapat giving some back with some nice hooks upstairs as well. Jirakit now behind the jab, throws a nice right hand to follow. And a very fast start by both of these fighters. And this tends to be the situation for the first fight of an evening. You're still trying to find your footing, but also you're trying to set the pace for the evening as well. But Jirakit looks very determined to try and put Nathapat away in the first round. A nice uppercut through the guard, and it hits Nathapat on the chin. Nathapat looks just stunned ever so slightly. Jirakit slips to the side, lands a nice left hand with a right upstairs as well. Both fighters in the clinch, and the referee finally involved. Already a minute through round number 1, and it's been a fast start for both of these fighters. Jirakit with a double jab with the right hand, and I just think Jirakit looks more determined and more accurate with these shots, but Nathapat definitely has power in those hooks. We've seen him hit people before and shock them with his power. So one thing Jirakit's got to be careful is just bide his time with a jab. It's a 6-round fight. You don't need to go crazy, but I think Jirakit right now looks very much in control of this fight so far. A big right hand over the guard. And you can hear the crowd shouting either at Nathapat or Jirakit to keep jabbing. But I think Jirakit looks very good here. He looks very smart, looks very calm now. A nice double jab of a right hand. And the referee's got to be looking at this very closely. Every time Jirakit lands that right hand, Nadapat tends to just turtle up and just shell his way out of the situation. And after a while, you've got to start remembering if you're not throwing something back, the referee's going to step in and tell you something. 1 minute to go of round number 1. And a nice jab downstairs, followed by a right hand upstairs. Jirakit now gets into the clinch, but starts working his way out. A left hand upstairs, a right uppercut through the guard. Jirakit looks like he's almost just in the ear of his opponent, letting him know what's going on. The referee breaks him up once again. 45 seconds to go of round number 1. Jirakit marches towards his opponent. His left hand hanging low, which is usually a good sign that you're very confident in your opponent's speed and power. You know your range, you know your timing, and I think he's trying to load up that right hand now. Jirakit looking for that right hand just over the top. Will he get it before the end of round number 1? But Nadapat, to me, for a man who stepped in the ring with less than 24 hours notice, he's done a very good job to stand his ground against someone like Jirakit. That is the clapper for 10 seconds. Jirakit now starting to put his feints together, not punching himself out, not going too crazy. And there's that right hand we were talking about. And that is the end of round number 1. I mean, you've got to give that all the way to Jirakit. A very interesting first round as well. Jirakit just looked very much in control. The first 30 seconds, however, you know, it was a bit of a sloppy affair. Both fighters just scrapping as much as they possibly could. But then eventually Jirakit came out on top of the timing. And there you see that beautifully timed right hand upstairs. Jirakit jabs down to the body. Nadapat brings his guard down, and then he just throws that right hand upstairs. And there was that beautiful uppercut that just went straight through the guard of Nadapat. Now, as we mentioned earlier, Jirakit was actually preparing for another fighter for this fight. However, that fighter did have to drop out. So Nadapat has stepped in on very little notice. Now, the fight just before this that Jirakit had was also in the same ring here, and he was not impressed with his performance. So what he said to me, I remember after the fight, was he needs to do better, he needs to get better, but he's also got a full-time job whilst training as well. So for anyone out there who has a full-time job and wants to step in the ring, you can do it. The man Jirakit is doing it right now. So here we are, folks. Round number 2 for this light flyweight title fight. 6 rounds. 6 rounds scheduled. We're in round number 2 already. And you can see the graphics on the screen. Ne Ling Aung is no longer in this bout. It's actually Nadapat Chan Singh. A nice jab down the middle. Both fighters exchanging jabs in the center of the ring. And Nadapat being a little bit more aggressive in this round, but complaining that maybe he got hit on the head, or maybe the chin got a headbutt. But we're back into the action. A jab downstairs attempted by Jirakit. Jirakit gets away from action with some beautiful footwork as well. Nadapat's got to be a lot busier right now. He's got to really push it towards Jirakit. One thing about Jirakit is when he gets his timing down, he does very well. So if Nadapat just can really push against Jirakit and really time his jabs, he can really put some pressure on Jirakit. You want to step in when Jirakit's throwing the jab and smother his best punch and then throw that right hand over the top. But to me, Jirakit looks way too determined to give this one up. And you see Nadapat throwing some big hooks upstairs. Both fighters clinch. Central ring we go. Halfway through round number 2 already. And you can see Jirakit just out of the range, and he steps in with a double jab with the right hand. Both fighters once again in the clinch. And this is where Jirakit needs to be a little bit more aggressive, believe in his power as well. Instead of just tapping to the body in the clinch, really dig down to the body. And if your hands get tangled, let the referee break you. But if you're in that clinch and you've got one hand free, let them hands go and give it all you've got, because you're not going to take many big shots inside the clinch. Double jab once again by Jirakit upstairs. And Jirakit once again just closing the action, closing the distance, trying to find his range, slipping and diving. And a nice jab upstairs once again. Both fighters hold central ring. 1 minute to go of round number 2, and a right hand downstairs landed by Jirakit. Another right hand downstairs landed. And every time Nadapat goes for that left hook upstairs, Jirakit's getting underneath with some nice body shots to the midsection. He's now starting to wing those shots in as well. And the one thing about these body shots are they're going to take the wind out of Nadapat. He's going to get tired. So can he survive 6 rounds? And a nice body shot as well. Some nice body shots behind the elbows. And already Nadapat goes to the canvas. And the referee's on count number 5. Is Nadapat going to make it to his feet? and the referee's waving off. Jirakit has done it in the second round with some beautiful body shots. He found those shots behind the elbows of his opponent and did not let up once he found his target. Once your shot lands clean and your opponent is not defending on it, you just got to keep on going and keep digging on down to those shots. A very nice win and almost a redemption story for Jirakit, because like I said, he wasn't impressed with his last performance, but that was a great performance by him. But all credit to his opponent, Nadapat Sitchan Singh, stepping in on 24 hours notice. We hope he's okay. He's now on his feet, walking out of the ring. But we're going to go to Ali McConey with the official announcement. But that was the first fight of this evening, and we have got 11 more coming up, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, at just 2 minutes and 35 seconds into round number 2, your winner by technical knockout goes to the red corner. Give it up for Jirakit, Jaruratanachai.